Hello, welcome everyone to yet another huge occasion for Rangers. Sunday against Celtic was one of the best and most dramatic, but victory here tonight, and Rangers must win. And the noise will be heard all the way to Turin. It's also vital, as we heard, that Borussia Dortmund don't win there. So a good atmosphere building up. It's not quite a sellout tonight, but there will be a terrific atmosphere if Rangers make the kind of start the fans want them to. So there's the Rangers lineup. And they have three changes from the side which played in Bucharest. Wright and Cleland are out. Miller is on the bench, and in come Robertson, Brown and McCall. Ian Durrant there, well, there was a scare over him. He wasn't feeling too well when he arrived at the stadium a couple of hours ago. So let's hope he's okay. And of course, Laudrup will be mightily important. So Laudrup will support McCoist, and Durrant will try to get forward as often as possible to help the striker. And Goff will operate just behind Petric and Brown. And there's the Steaua Bucharest team. And they make just the two changes from that first game. Gilka, who was an influential player in midfield, he's had to drop out. He's injured. And Raducan, the young player, he makes way. And that allows, of course, Lakatush to come back. There he is, 31 years of age, 73 caps for Romania. So the skipper comes back. And Filipescu, who was a sub in the first game, he comes in to the defence. Well, alongside me, once again, is Trevor Stephen.
Good evening, Jerry. Good evening, everybody at home there. Big night again, once again, for Rangers. And tonight it's imperative for the team to get a victory to possibly go on and get another result in Dortmund. It's the last home game, obviously, tonight, and I think we're looking for a good performance. But most of all, it's the result that's really going to count. So it's an attacking team. Ian Durrant's in. I'm glad to see him in. I think it was between Charlie Miller and Ian Durrant tonight who was going to play. But I expect Ian to play in quite an advanced role. Not as far forward as Brian Laudrup, obviously, but certainly getting on touches from Ali McCoist tonight to hopefully get on the score sheet. And again, it's again focusing on Ian Durrant. These are the sort of nights that he enjoys most.
Walter Smith said to me he's a bit worried about David Robertson and Brian Laudrup. It's one thing coming back at the weekend, but there might be some reaction. That's
right. Two big games in a few days is hard for anybody, but particularly when you're on the comeback trail like those two players are.
So away we go. And immediately Robertson. He just watches that one carefully. Rangers tonight going into their 170th European tie. They're looking for win number 80. A victory which could mean so much to them. But it's a free kick against Ali McCoist, quickly taken by Prodan, but the referee is not happy with that. The referee, as you saw, Nikolai Levnikov from Russia. He's 39 years of age, speaks very good English, and this is his second Champions League tie. He's also handled a few international matches. And the good news for Steaua is that Doboš passed a fitness test. He was extremely doubtful. Solid central defender, who again played extremely well in that first game. There he is, in fact, battling for possession. Certainly the Romanians were worried about his fitness. So Goff playing it forward. McLaren, who's operating on the right-hand side. Robertson on the left. Robertson starts one of his runs as Brown moves forward. Played shot though, and just too short, but Brown gets away with that. John Brown, who had such a tremendous campaign last time round in the Champions League, was an outstanding player for Rangers. But one worry tonight is that there are 4 Rangers players on a yellow card. Brown is one of them, but Gascoigne, Goff and Petric have got to be extremely careful, or they miss the last game in Dortmund. And I'm sure the loss of Goff is the last thing Rangers would want to contemplate. These teams met here, of course, in a pre-season friendly, which Rangers won by 4-0, but it was a bit of a stroll in the sunshine that day. It's quite different this time around. This is McCall now, clipping it through. That's a good ball. Just drops behind Ali McCoist. Picked up there by Prodan. Goff again, the crowd getting solidly behind Rangers. Petric plays it short to Gascoigne. Robertson starts a run. It's played to Laudrup. Brown's in support. Robertson's well forward. That's a great ball through from Laudrup. And Rangers have the corner kick. Dobosh it was who pushed it behind. But again, great passing from Laudrup.
Yeah, once again, how many times have we seen that? David Robertson absolutely loves it when Brian Laudrup's in the side. And he knows he's going to be fed balls such as that.
It's Laudrup who takes it. Brown comes in and Vladoyou. It's played through by Bukur. Picked up now by Ilie. Who had an exceptional game in that first match in Bucharest. But the offside flag goes up as Vladoyou goes through. And the referee's not happy with him. The whistle had gone.
We'll have to be careful with that, Jerry. They broke exceptionally quick there to the Romanians and almost ended up getting a shot on goal, but John Brown did well, held his line, and the lad ran offside. So going to have to be careful with that we don't give poor corner kicks like Brian Laudrup did there. We've got to make the best possible use of those sort of things.
This is McCall for Rangers. John Brown quickly closed down there by Lakatush. Dobosh, Prodan. McLaren watches this one carefully. Nice little touch to Goff. So Prodan's header. Vladoyou. And mopped up this time by Brown. Well, Vladoyou, the number 9, is a player that, again, Rangers will have to watch carefully. He's someone that chases all night, never gives up. Again, slight play by Rangers. This is Bukur to Lakatush. Still the danger's not cleared. Play on, says the referee. And Gorham has to make the save. Well, some Rangers players hesitating. And Andy Gorham.
Quite fortunate there that the free kick wasn't actually given. There were, I thought, 2 opportunities there when the referee could have blown for free kicks. But the ball ends up safely in Andy Gorham's hands.
The referee trying to keep the game going, trying to play advantage. And certainly, as Trevor said, a free kick in that area, especially with these players who can strike it so well, could have been real trouble for Rangers. But already there are dangerous signs. And meanwhile, the referee awards a free kick against Ali McCoist. So that's 5 minutes gone here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Steaua Bucharest 0. Filipescu playing it through. And out for the throw to Rangers. So Militaru, midfielder. Again, a very talented up-and-coming player. Will have to be watched by Rangers, the number 8. Meanwhile, it's McCoist getting his head to the ball. It's McCoist again, but losing out to Julian Filipescu. This is Militaru. It's Bukur. Certainly Steaua looking confident in these early stages. This is Ilie who can hit one from there. A tremendous scoring record from the edge of the area, but Rangers get it away. It's Laudrup through for Durant. Again, Rangers having difficulty stringing any passes together. And they'll really have to settle. They made a poor start in Bucharest, and the problem was retaining possession that night. Getting a few passes together. They've got to settle quickly here. This is Robertson, Laudrup. Again, these two combine exceptionally well. Through now for Gascoigne. Laudrup keeps his run going right through the middle. It's Laudrup again. Solidly challenged there by Dobosh. And the free kick is awarded. This is Gascoigne. And again, Rangers have the free kick. This time it's Bukur who concedes it. So Rangers really have to make something of these set pieces. And there's maybe someone who can just do something. Richard Goff, 2 Champions League goals already. It's Pirvu who clears. It's picked up now by Brown. Again, you can see Vladayu full of running. Comes off the head of McCall. It's picked up by Filipescu. Militaru. Bukur. And again, it's Filipescu. Lakatush. Vladayu starts a run on the far side. It breaks away from him. It's picked up, though, by Pirvu. Good solid challenge there by McLaren. Again, it's Steaua who are making the running, and there's trouble here for Rangers. And Gorham again to the rescue, and again it was Adrian Ilie racing through in goal, showing his tremendous pace. And it's just as well Andy Gorham went out to take that one.
This is for Jerry. So I can give it to Jerry at a minute. Okay.
Vladayu again trying to get through. This is Laudrup. It's picked up by Gascoigne. Laid off by Durant. Laudrup sends in the cross. And Steaua handles it well. It's Militaru. This is Bukur. Filipescu calls for it. He's in a bit of space. Here he is. Through now for Vladayu. Brown goes with him. Again, he's a tricky little player. And it's Robertson who clears. McCoy has to run deep. And he's quickly closed down. So Bukur. And Richard Goff makes a challenge in Lakatush. And this could be a further problem now for Rangers. The set piece. Not that far out of the penalty area. Richard Goff clearly fouling the Steaua captain.
It's a bit of a scrappy start, Jerry. They managed to thread a few balls through. The first time Andy Gorham came out well and smothered the ball. And there John Brown was just bypassed slightly. So we've got to tighten up and start to put our foot on the ball and just keep the ball for a period of time.
So that's 10 minutes played. There's still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. Still the danger isn't cleared, and Andy Gorham makes a fine save there from Prodan, the man who scored in the first game in Bucharest. Well, Andy Gorham has been very much the busier keeper. And that's an excellent save. Daniel Prodan getting on the end of that one. Rangers know all about him already. Excellent save by Andy Gorham.
That's right, excellent save again there from Andy, but the game at the moment is not with us. It's the Romanians who are dominating things at the moment, and I think they have the majority of possession. And I think at this level it's possession that can win you the games, and we just don't have enough of it at the moment. We need to keep it tight at the back and get the likes of Brian Laudrup here on the ball as often as possible.
Well, again, Robertson's running through. Good running by the fullback, providing the cross. Ian Durant tries to get to it.
I was unlucky, just wouldn't come down for Ian there, just at the wrong height.
And Ali McCoy was coming in on the far side, so too was McLaren. But meanwhile, Richard Goff has conceded another free kick. But the main danger is certainly coming from Robertson. Getting an end of passes from Laudrup. But Ian Durant, well, just failing to control that one. There's certainly plenty of pace in it. This is Filipescu, again closed down by Robertson. It's Steaua's ball, taken by Lakatush. Again, a gap opens up, it's Militaru, showing great pace, Militaru, and again it's Andy Gorham. And it's a corner kick.
Fantastic save again from Andy Gorham. He's just been brought into the game far too many times, and we seem to be finding holes all the way through the middle of our defence at the moment.
So first from Prodan, and then from Militaru. Two excellent saves from Andy Gorham, who was in tremendous form on Sunday, and how important he is to the Rangers' cause. Certainly Steaua dominating these early stages. That one going in from Pirvu. And no problem at all. But he is a player who likes to have a pot at goal. He managed to notch 15 goals in his first 40-odd games for Steaua. So he's a player who'll have to be watched breaking forward on that flank. Again, Rangers are struggling to settle in a European tie. It's been so much the story this season, right from the qualifying round. And Stuart McCall's in trouble now. And a yellow card is shown to him. But he's not one of the ones on a previous booking.
I think that was just a little bit of frustration there. Stuart coming in a bit late. And as he usually does, he usually gets a toe into one of those sort of things, but he was never quite at that one, and that was quite obviously a foul.
This is Filipescu. Lakatouche foul by Brown. So another free kick given away. These are troubled times for Rangers. Of that there is no doubt. If they lose the opening goal, they'll give themselves an awful lot to do. There's Vladoyu lining himself up. It's played away beyond him though. And it's McLaren who provides the ball for his keeper. Takes a return. Now it's Petric. Goff. Gascoigne dropping deep. Goff again. Robertson starts a run on the left-hand side. He's just ahead of Laudrup. McCall's there as well. Now it's Robertson. Again, Steaua get enough players back to crowd out the Rangers men. And again, the break's on. Struck through by Militaru. This is Vladoyu. It's Gascoigne trying to get back to provide some cover here. And again, it was Ilya who almost got on the end of that one.
Another dangerous break, and that's just the way the game is going. There's very little possession from the Rangers team at the moment, and it's crying out for people to get on the ball and just hold it and develop some sort of shape into the game. It's not happening yet. Gascoigne and Laudrup need to get onto the ball. And like Richard Goff coming forward there, if he can do that a lot more often, Rangers will find themselves up in the final third quite quickly, I'm sure.
And that's where Laudrup's heading at the moment. Still no scoring here after just over 15 minutes. He tries to thread that one through to McCall. And again, Steaua get it away quite comfortably. It's a header from Petric. Lakatouche pounces. It drops in behind Ilya. It's picked up by McLaren. Petric. Well, he sends that ball into an area where Gascoigne had absolutely no chance of getting it. And you can sense the frustration of the crowd. This is Ilya. Challenged by Petric. And it's another free kick. And Ilya stays on the deck, looking for some treatment. Gordon Petric, the offender. As I said earlier, you have to be extremely careful. He's already on one yellow card. And certainly if Rangers do get the result tonight, they'll want the top players available for their last game. Walter Smith, as you can see, is still in the director's box. And he certainly won't be impressed by the start his side have made. Steaua coming through again. It was Militaru from far out. He's still managing to bring out the save from Andy Gorham. He's certainly not afraid to have a go. Now it's Robertson, who's looked one of the few players in the Rangers colours very much in the mood this evening, depending heavily on him. Again, taking on one man too many. And the free kick's awarded to Rangers. Still the Steaua player is on the ground. Antoine Dobosh is being told to get back to his feet. It's a free kick to Rangers. Robertson again trying to force his way through. And the crowd becoming increasingly frustrated as the game is held up. Now we're ready to restart. So can Gascoigne produce a special here? Golfs well forward, but Steaua do well under pressure. This is Durant. McCall. Gascoigne quickly closed down by Lakatouche. Breaks for Rangers though. This is McCall. Dreadful ball by McLaren. Petric is there though, fortunately, to stop another break forward. There's a real lack of confidence among the Rangers players as they attempt to pass the ball.
You can certainly sense a degree of nervousness about the play at the moment, certainly in the Rangers team. That's obviously to do with how important this game is tonight, because only a win is good enough, and anything else is going to be our elimination from the competition. So you can understand the nerves to a degree, but we must be strong in ourselves and get on the ball and start to play.
It's nicely left by Durant. He has it again, through for Gascoigne. Well, Ollie McCoist was screaming out for that one. But, Gascoigne and Durant combining to create a bit of an opening. It's played towards Vlado Yu. Comes off him though. Petric. That's McLaren. Through for Gascoigne. Durant. Again, Robertson's in space here. Laudrup's caught in possession now. And again, Robertson had made a good forward run, but Laudrup was caught. And again, it's Robertson who makes a contribution. Now it's Laudrup. The break's on here. Still it's Laudrup, clipping it forward. But it drifts just beyond Ellie McCoist. Now that's better play now. Laudrup drifting in the cross. You can see Ellie McCoist there starting a run.
It's unlucky there, Brian. It was the first opportunity that he's really had to run at their defenders, and he showed once again that he's quite capable of going by them. And he was just unfortunate with the left foot cross, wasn't able to pick out Ollie McCoist. I think he almost had in mind that to chip it into the net himself.
Again, it was David Robertson digging in well that brought that chance about. And you get the impression once again that Robertson and Laudrup hold the key to this for Rangers. And of course, as always, the goal gift of Ali McCoy, still looking for his first Champions League goal, and if he gets it tonight, he creates a Rangers European record. But here's a 1-on-1. It's Robertson with Lakatouche. There was certainly no love lost between those two in the pre-season friendly, if that's the right term for it. They niggled away at one another all afternoon. So that's 20 minutes gone now. Still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium in this UEFA Champions League match. Rangers attempt to get forward, but again it breaks down.
3 or 4 times that's happened now. Gordon Petric and one or two of the other defenders playing the ball forward, a 40-yard ball, and it's making it very difficult for Ali McCoist to do anything with it, especially when it's coming around his head. So if he continues to play the ball to feet, I can't see any reason why opportunities won't arise.
Rangers have to keep a very close eye on the ability of this team to break forward. Andy Gorham has already made 2 excellent saves, and he's been called on other occasions which have been tricky to say the least. This is Durant, Gascoigne, McCall, Gascoigne again. Ollie McCoy surrounded by Steaua players. The shot goes in from McLaren, high and wide, off target.
Again, there with a little bit of control play, Rangers have managed to get around the box quite comfortably, you know, with not really doing anything too special, just some good passing to feet, and all of a sudden we're on the edge of the 18-yard box and getting the shot in on goal.
You can see Walter Smith has already come downstairs with some instructions. I really wonder how many goals Walter misses in the course of a season going up and down those stairs. I know he missed Ellie McCoist's on Sunday. Well, Rangers get the free kick, given against Schick. It's still 0-0, I hear, between Juventus and Dortmund in Turin. So that's at least pleasing if the Rangers start hasn't been. But still a lot of football to be played here. Here's John Brown now, trying to force a way through, but it was Filipescu who stepped forward to block him. Again, the break's on here. They're pouring players out of defence so quickly. It's Lakatouche. He's winding up for the shot here. That's charged down by Petric and Goff. Bricks to Bukur. This is Vladoyu. Stepping away from McCall. Bukur. Militaru. That's Filipescu. Vladoyu again. Durant did just enough there. It's played out now to McCall. He does well to keep possession. This is Gascoigne. Brown. Again, Ali McCoy's very much a lone figure up front, and again things break down for Rangers middle of the park. Laudrup was caught there. That's through for Vladoyu, and it's John Brown who makes a solid challenge, and that ball's kept in play now on the far side by Laudrup, and he's taken out of the play. Laudrup again looking around for some support. It wasn't forthcoming. And there were plenty of Steaua players lining up for him. So he's back on his feet. Rangers have the free kick. And it's Gascoigne playing it through now to Durant. Laudrup again. Laudrup combining with Durant, but again, nothing comes of it. It's picked up by Cheek. Laid off by Lakatouche. This is Bukur. Militaru. Lakatouche still running forward. He was in at the heart of that situation. But it's Goff who mops up, and Petric has to step in there, stretching against Ilye. This is McCall for Rangers. Again, Robertson starts a good run. Gascoigne sends it through. It's an excellent ball. McCoy's in the middle. McLaren's arriving. Rangers need players forward here, though. Again, they don't have the numbers. It's out for the throw-in. Corner saved by Filipescu. But again, it was excellent running by David Robertson, and finally picked out by Gascoigne. But Rangers really had only McCoy's forward. Here's Goff now with a header. But no real power in that one. He rose above Anton Dobosh. But he certainly carried a goal threat in this competition. He brought Rangers very much back into the game against Dortmund. But he's got a job to do at the back here tonight. Steaua have looked extremely dangerous. So that's 25 minutes gone now. Another free kick goes to Steaua Bucharest. Still we await the opening goal. It was Vladoyu who was challenged by the fullback. So he's back on his feet. A player who was ordered off in the World Cup last year, sent home in disgrace. But he's very much back in favour now. There's McCoy now, but, asking a lot of him. So Filipescu sends it forward to Lakatouche. This is Bukur. And Robertson has to concede the throw. Lakatouche. Militaru is challenged by McLaren. McCall sends it through. It's McLaren again. Surrounded by Steaua players. He just managed to get clusters of players around the Rangers men. They're so quick. It's Bukur. It's Dobosh. Bukur again. Dobosh clips it forward, but the offside flag is up just below us.
Again, the game has fallen into a pattern of Steaua enjoying quite a bit of possession, and Rangers are going to have to work extremely hard to win the ball back a bit sooner, and of course keep the ball once they have won it. And up to this point, they've not really been doing that with any consistency. It's been 1 or 2 minutes of good play, and then followed by 5 minutes of quite indifferent play. And it would be nice to try and turn that around.
It's Robertson going in a run again. Filipescu's with him. He topples to the ground, and the free kick is awarded to Steaua Bucharest. But again, Rangers depending so much on David Robertson.
David seems to be the only one who's offering anything going forward at the moment. Brian Laudrup's been on the ball once or twice, but has usually been on an occasion where he's actually been feeding David Robertson with the ball.
Again, as in the first leg, the Rangers midfielders are finding it very difficult to get possession. If they get it, they find it difficult to keep possession. And that was very much a trademark of the first game in Bucharest. This is Vladoiu. In the cross, chested down by John Brown. Brown again. Rather risky one. It's picked up by Bukur. Lakatush. Vladoiu. Filipescu's in a lot of room on the far side. It's Lakatush trying the shot, and that's a complete miscue by Richard Goff. That's behind for the corner kick. And again, if that ball had come over, Rangers could have been in trouble. Filipescu was sitting just outside the area with no one near him. And there's no doubt about it, the Romanian players are managing to find space for themselves, something Rangers are failing to do. So forward goes Bukur. It's Lakatush who takes it. It was Petric who got in the header. And a wild one from Pirvu. So we're seeing a decent performance again tonight from Steaua Bucharest, who are very much the top club in Romania. And you tend to forget just what they've achieved. European Cup finalists in 1986 when they were winners against Barcelona, and again in '89 when they were runners up to Milan. Also Super Cup winners and 17 times champions. So the pedigree is there, and they've built a new young side. They're hoping to keep it together for a few years and mount another challenge. This, of course, is their second consecutive year in the Champions League, so they know what it's all about, despite their youth. And of course, they provide a good few international players as well. There's a chance for Rangers, perhaps. It's Durant, Gascoigne. Again, looking around for support, and Steaua getting plenty of players behind the ball. McAllister moved into an offside position as that was struck forward. And Durant and Lakatush having an exchange. Prodan playing the long one through. It drops in behind Petric. Celia again showing his tremendous pace. And the ball goes behind, and the referee is indicating a corner kick, which doesn't please Andy Gorham. And again, the ball dropped in behind the defence, and Ilya had the pace to cause problems. So that's half an hour gone here at Ibrox Stadium. It's Rangers 0, Steaua Bucharest 0. And further pressure now for Rangers. Filipescu there, the number 2, moves forward. Also Prodan, who's already brought out a good save from Andy Gorham. Again, it's cleared, but not very convincingly. It's McCall having to come all the way across. It's Bukur who steps in to send it back towards the penalty area. John Brown has a bit of time here. Now it's Durant. Again, McCoy's a lone figure up front. Laudrup's away out wide on the right-hand side. There aren't a lot of options here. And you can sense it among the crowd. It's Durant sending it through, but it falls in behind McCoy, and there's no one in that area. And it's the same old story. And this is Vladoiu. The Rangers, because of injury and suspension, really struggling for players tonight. Meanwhile, Lakatush makes a run into the middle. The ball falls behind him, and it's cleared by Brown. Petric clears, but again the crowd are unhappy. Laudrup as well keeps his run going. It's Gascoigne. Still it's Gascoigne with a great run here. It's Paul Gascoigne. Can he finish it off? Oh yes, he can. Paul Gascoigne with a wonder goal for Rangers. Well, Laudrup had started a run, but Gascoigne didn't need him. The celebrations begin. That was absolutely incredible. Where did he find the stamina from? He just ran and ran, being pursued by defenders. And he put the ball calmly beyond the goalkeeper.
That was tremendous there. What he's done here is just lift the ball past the defender, and then he's cut across him so he can't get back to him, and coolly slotted the ball past the goalkeeper. And he's repaid a lot with that one goal in itself, and he's certainly brought the crowd to its feet.
Well, that's the moment the Rangers fans have been waiting for. And that goal has come at exactly the right moment. With 31 minutes of the game gone, at a time when Rangers were toiling. A moment of inspiration from Gascoigne.
I think Paul's been longing to do that sort of thing, just not been getting the opportunity to do it. And he showed a great turn of pace there, great control and a great turn of pace, which gave him that opening. And Brian Laudrup as well did well on the right-hand side, pulling the defence away and causing that gap for Paul to go through.
Well, that could change the whole complexion of the evening. But Rangers, again, will have to be careful and watch the breaks of this team going forward. Well, McCall has conceded a free kick. Walter Smith will be a bit happier, but it's all about concentration now for Rangers. And it's Laudrup picking up the play again. He'll certainly break on here. Durant's ahead of him. McCoy's up there as well. He's had to check a bit. McLaren's wide on the right-hand side. This is McLaren. Laudrup provides the cross. In comes Robertson. It's Robertson! And the goalkeeper does just enough to block it. Well, Steaua just in at the post. Managed to block that one, but here come Rangers again. It's Robertson trying to curl that one in. That's a marvellous save by Steaua.
There's two great bits of action there. Firstly, the ball from Brian Laudrup. David Robertson getting on the far post. Very unfortunate with that, and again with the right foot curler.
Well, this is more like it now. And that one was dropping into the net. And that one's off the line now. Richard Goff up there with Petric causing problems. It's cleared by Filipescu. Picked up by Militaro. Again, Rangers will have to watch the break here. Lakatush is breaking, so too is Ilya. This is Ilya, the number 10. Vlada used through the middle. This is Lakatush, being challenged by McLaren. Well, the referee's taking his time about this, and he's given the free kick against Rangers. Just outside the area. The goalkeeper went for that one and missed it, and Steaua did well to get it away. Richard Goff and Gordon Petric causing problems there, but now at the other end, those same two players have a bit of defending to do. Again, Prodan's up there. Goff's trying to keep a close eye on him. It's driven in, but over the top. And Andy Gorham, you can see, just telling his defenders to calm down.
Yeah, this is a crucial period now for the team. And, how often do you see when a team goes in front that they hand it straight back to the opposition? And so this is a crucial period of time. They've got the goal now. It's time to build on that and settle into a good style of play. What a difference a goal makes. I mean, this last 2 minutes has been like a new team altogether.
The not so good news is that Dortmund have gone ahead in Turin. As Rangers trying to break forward again. Dortmund leading by a 0-0. And of course, if that remains the same, it means Rangers are out despite their own efforts tonight. But there's a lot of football still to be played. And of course, remember the night against CSKA Moscow here in the last Champions League run. And Marseille went up to Belgium and won there. So no matter what Rangers achieved that night, they went out. Let's hope that it's not going to be a repeat this evening, because they've gone ahead through that wonderful goal by Paul Gascoigne. This is Bukur. It's Lakatush. It's Bukur again. Ilya. Bukur tries to get through, but McCall's there to block him. Going to Robertson, who's under pressure from Lakatush. That ball drifts out of play as Robertson clears. What a great performance from David Robertson tonight. As I said earlier, Walter Smith was worried that he'd been out for a few games. He came back against Celtic. Would there be any reaction? Well, he's given his all so far this evening. Well, Militaru moves forward for the long throw from Lakatouche. Laudrup's caught in possession, and play on, says the referee. Again, it's Lakatouche, who's very much involved. That's a slack one, though. Cut out by Durant. And a high foot there by Adrian Ilie. So Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 0. Paul Gascoigne after 31 minutes. But over in Turin, Dortmund, I'm told they're still leading by a goal to 0. We'll keep you up to date with that throughout the evening. It obviously has a huge bearing. The important thing for Rangers is that they win and Dortmund don't. But as things stand at the moment, it's not quite going Rangers' way. Well, Laudrup losing out there to Filipescu. Breaks away now to Vladoyuk. And he's stopped there by Petric. Well, if this is a yellow card for Petric, and it is, that means if it goes to the last game, he's out. So there's the confirmation of that, so that's a real blow. So after that great goal by Gascoigne, a couple of things going wrong for Rangers. Dortmund going ahead, and now Petric. If that final game in Germany is meaningful, Rangers will be without his services, and he's so vital to the system. They're playing at the back these days. And Richard Gough also is on a yellow card, so it's vital he stays out of trouble. Meanwhile, the break's on here for Laudrup. Steaua show a fair bit of pace, which just tends to show you how well Gascoigne did in his run. And here's Gascoigne again. Flips it through, looking for McLaren. McCoist in here. And McCoist just can't get to that one. Another moment of frustration for Ali McCoist.
It was a super ball in there from Paul Gascoigne onto Alan McLaren's chest, and the ball just ran away from Ali there. It's a bit unfortunate, it didn't hold up on the grass, it just seemed to skip off the grass, and it was away from him.
So 5 minutes left, half-time plus any stoppage time. Rangers lead by 1 goal to 0. This is Laudrup again looking for Robertson, but Filipescu did well, cut that one out. That's Bukur. Cross to Pierrevaux. Richard Gough making the challenge, and he's taken a knock from the proceed. So Richard Gough back on his feet, and Rangers trying to get another move going. Once again, Robertson supports Laudrup. Gascoigne's there. Laudrup again. Gascoigne. To the feet of McLaren. The temptation is to hit the high ball forward, but Rangers are trying to show a bit of patience here, but they're caught out again. The passing's not good enough, and the break's on now. It's Lakatouche. Militaru's just ahead of him. Still it's Lakatouche. So just under 4 minutes of the first half left. It's Vladoyuk, but he overcooks that one. Well, Rangers did try to show patience again there, Trevor. They didn't go for the high ball, but again the passing let them down in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was quite happy with the way that that was going, and it was developing. It was nice and controlled. And then just one slack pass, and Steaua have the ball back in quite a dangerous position. But I wouldn't like to see us stop playing like that. If we can continue that and just improve on what we've been doing, then, as I say, I think we're going to get more and more opportunities nearer to the goal.
So McCoist comes deep to head that one forward, but there's absolutely no one there. It's a good challenge by Gough, who keeps his run going. This is Laudrup, clipping it through for Ali McCoist, who's onside, but having to run wide. Durant's in support if he needs him. Here's Ian Durant. Gascoigne's there as well. Turned by Gascoigne, trying to get away from Booker. Durant makes himself available. McCall's there also. Runs just beyond him to Petric. It's McCall. So just under 3 minutes of the first half left, and again Rangers are caught in possession. The break's on here. It's Pervu playing it to Lakatouche. Militaru's in space here. It's Militaru driving it across goal. And that was a real let-off for Rangers. Militaru had a lot of space there to get the shot in. Now it's Gascoigne for Rangers. McCall's in space through the middle. Laudrup's on the far side. McCoist in the middle, along with Durant. Still it's Laudrup. McCall's still very much in play. So it's still 1-0 to Dortmund in Turin against Juventus. They're also approaching half-time as we are here at Ibrox Stadium. Brown drives that one away, but it's picked up now by Pervu. Militaru had that great opportunity a few moments ago. Well, he's injured as Brown challenges him. He's still on the deck. This is Pervu. Vladoyu looking around for some support. It's Ilya. Filipescu's in space. Here he is. Runs on to the return from Lakatouche. Durant's providing the cover. And that's behind for the goal kick.
It's an important 2 or 3 minutes now, just before half-time. Get to half-time with a 1-0 lead, settle things down, and come out in the second half and continue the work that's been done in the first half.
So we're inside the final minute of this first half. Rangers lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne it was. A tremendous goal by him to give Rangers some hope. Again, McCoist comes to beat the ball with his head, but he's no one in front of him. It goes behind, and the referee's pointing out towards the corner flag. So Rangers have some defending to do in the closing seconds of this first half. Richard Goff sporting a black eye from the Old Firm game at the weekend. And again, Robertson this time has to concede the corner kick. Rangers certainly don't want to concede one now, having toiled in the opening stages, then made the breakthrough. It's played right to Ilya. Tries to find a way through, and this time there's a bit of relief for Rangers as we move into stoppage time in this first half.
Almost had visions there of the Bucharest game when the Romanian scored from the edge of the box there from a corner. He didn't quite catch that one at all right, so we live to fight again. But Watersmith will be quite happy to get to half-time with a 1-0 lead.
And then in fact goes the half-time whistle. There's the hero of the hour, Paul Gascoigne. A tremendous run by him, driving himself through and past the defenders to send the ball into the back of the net. The half-time score here at Ibrox Stadium is Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 0. So the Steaua players come back onto the field. Just having a quick look around, and there's no sign of any change there. You can see that Charlie Miller has come on for Ian Durant. Well, he was just standing inside the front door tonight when Ian Durant arrived, and he was certainly struggling, not feeling at all well. So you can see Laudrup now lining up alongside Ali McCoist. And there are some concerns about the fitness also of Brian Laudrup. So Rangers, who are really stretched for players, will be hoping he can certainly last another while yet till the job is done. And of course we'll keep you right up to date with the happenings in Turin. As you heard, the half-time score there is Juventus 0, Dortmund 1. And we heard earlier today that Juventus were planning to leave out a number of their top players, so there might be some controversy over that. But, this is McLaren finding Miller. He just kept that ball in play, and the free kick is awarded. So perhaps an early chance here for Rangers to add to the lead. Certainly they'll want to make a better start to the second half than they did the first. But the Gascoigne goal certainly gave them a lift. And as you can see, Richard Goff He has pushed well forward again. Prodan is keeping a close watch on him. And there's a header going in. That's a marvellous save. Ali McCoist it was who got in the end of that one. And again, Steaua brings off another marvellous save. Made a great stop in the first half from David Robertson. So both goalkeepers tonight excelling. Andy Gorham had 2 fabulous saves in that first half. But once again, Ali McCoist with a head. He really has been a late developer in that department, but my goodness, this season he's producing the goods. Meanwhile, it's Militaru. Well, a bit of a misunderstanding between him and Lakatush. But Romanians have it again. It's Militaru. Vladoiu. Filipescu. Militaru again. Caught by McCall. And the free kick is awarded. So McCoy's coming closer.
That was almost a perfect start there for Rangers. Ball in from Paul, and Al McLaren getting a good touch and allowing Ali McCoy to almost get on the end of things at the back post.
The Steaua players are in $15,000 to win tonight. 7,000 for a draw, and I'm told that the airline tickets home if they lose. So nothing unless they come up with the goods. Here's McCoy now for Rangers. Petric. So Goff under pressure from Lakatush. A good long clearance by Andy Gorham, but the flag has gone up. McCoist caught forward. A difficult night for Ali. Most of the time on his own. And at the age of 33, not a role I'm sure he relishes. But because of Salenko being out and Gordon Jury injured, the Rangers don't have many options in the front areas. This is Ilya, always a danger. This occasion he gives it away to McCall. A slack one by him. Militaru tries to get through. Lakatush is there. Vladoiu comes in, and Robertson had the pace to get in the vital challenge. But now it's Lakatush. It all began again with a bit of slackness by Rangers. Slid off by Cheek. And the gap opens up for the shot. Going in from Dobosh, and Andy Gorham is not happy at the way the Rangers players stood back and allowed Dobosh the opportunity of a shot. Again,
Rangers are handing the advantage really to Steaua, giving the ball away outside their own box. You're always going to get problems if you're doing that. I think the important thing at the moment is to try and get the tempo of the game up, and we're going to do that by getting possession of the ball. And if we can get that same tempo, momentum that we had after the goal in the first half, then I can see us quite comfortably going on in this game. But if we allow this situation to continue where Steaua are enjoying quite a lot of possession, then I can quite see them producing opportunities for themselves to get back into the game.
It's Militaru, who's been stretchered off. Took a knock. The shot went in on goal from Dobosh. There's Dimitriou, the coach. He was assistant manager for Romania at the World Cup last year in America, where they had a great run. He also won a couple of championship medals in his playing days with Steaua. So he's a long-time servant. It's Ilya. Played through by Pierreveux. It's Vladoiu. Cut out by McCall. Picked up by Gascoigne. Just asking a wee bit much of Charlie Miller. It allowed Prodan to come across and clear to Ilya, but in steps Gascoigne. Slack one there by Ilya. Gascoigne again. It's a better ball. Miller sends it through. And Gascoigne it was who launched himself at it. Well, he started it and he almost finished it. And that draws huge applause from all around the ground. He's having a fine game tonight.
Yeah, it was great work from Paul again. He intercepted the ball there from the Romanian defender, slipped the ball out to Charlie Miller and almost got on the end of the return.
Well, that would have been another cracker. And Walter Smith there has a lot on his mind. He knows what's happening in Turin, where Dortmund are leading by 1-0. He knows he's lost Petric for the last game, if that indeed is still meaningful. But there's still a long way to go this evening. Another Rangers goal and an equaliser from Juventus, and the whole complexion would change. As Archinock said at half-time, what Rangers have got to do is concentrate on what they're doing at the moment and just hope the other things go for them. So Vladayu very quickly closed down. Steaua working that away reasonably well from a difficult situation. Now it's Filipescu. Shadowed by Gascoigne. Charlie Miller digs in well, but just too well according to the referee. Rewards the free kick. So that's 51 minutes gone here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 0. Andy Gorham has a bit of work to do. Well, the Romanians arguing among themselves. The referee wants them to get on with it. Militaro sends it through there, and it's Pirvu who strikes it. Again, Andy Gorham handles the situation well. Just a little flick there by Militaro, and Pirvu's shot actually deflected off Charlie Miller. There's Goff coming in, but he's caught out of position now. It's Vladayu with the early ball, looking for Lakatush. And it's Robertson who gets it away. John Brown made the initial challenge on Lakatush. He's not terribly happy about it. So again, Robertson made up the ground. Gascoigne holding off the challenge of Vladayu, and Vladayu has shown the yellow card as Gascoigne looks on. Well, he shaved off his moustache from the first game in Bucharest. He thought it brought him bad luck. Well, it doesn't help that much. The yellow card was shown to the striker. Rangers get the throw. McLaren was quick to claim that one as Dobosh was under pressure. Now it's Petric. Miller. Bukur challenges. Breaks away to Gascoigne. Play answers the referee as Gascoigne takes a tumble. It's Militaro sending it through. Now it's Filipescu. Prodan has started a run from deep in his own half. He's now on the edge of the area, but Rangers managed to get it away. So turned by Dobosh. This is Ilya taking on McLaren. It's deflected right towards Andy Gorham, and again he makes the save. Good handling again by the Rangers keeper.
The first cross there caught Andy a bit by surprise, getting the deflection. But he was quickly down to get the ball once it had been turned back across goal.
This is Charlie Miller. It's charged down by Dobosh, but the linesman is flagging, indicating that Dobosh used a hand, and Rangers have the free kick. Well, another goal here, and they could take an awful lot of pressure off themselves. They're just coming up for the 55-minute mark. They're leading by Gascoigne's goal in the first half, and it's Gascoigne again taking on Bukur. It's back to McCall. This is Goff. Petric is there. McCall again having to stretch for that one, but again slack passing. It's Rangers' problem. They're putting themselves under unnecessary pressure. That's Ilya. He runs on for the return, showing great pace. What a chance here! And it goes in off the post, and Adrian Ilya grabs the equaliser for Steaua Bucharest. And Dimitriou, the coach, is delighted. A great burst of pace by Ilya. Well, he's been a constant danger to Rangers all night. He played the little 1-2 there. Ran beyond the defence. A lovely flick by him off the inside of the post. And it's 1 goal apiece here at Ibrox.
That was a wonderful 1-2 there, and he showed great acceleration in getting away from Richard Gough and Gordon Petric. And he just clipped the ball with the outside of his foot there and spun in towards the goal. For a moment I thought it was just going to come back off the post, but the spin took it in. And can't really say that it's undeserved, but at the same time, you know, hopefully Rangers can get back into this game.
Well, they're trying at the moment. It's behind for the goal kick. So it's still 1-0 here to Dortmund in Turin. So it's certainly not going Rangers' way at the moment.
That's quite a body blow, that. Rangers were struggling to get any tempo and form going in the second half. Very much so as it was in the first half. And it's going to be twice as hard now to get into the game.
Well, Ilya proved his class in the first match in Bucharest, and he was certainly a real handful for the Rangers defence in the first half this evening. Player of tremendous pace, very gifted. And he strikes back. So Rangers need another one now. McCoy plays that one through towards Miller, and there's trouble here for Prodan, who's being called over by the referee, but he gets away with a warning. Body check by Daniel Prodan. And again, Rangers are claiming the free kick. And the yellow card is shown to Filipescu. So can Rangers regain the lead here? Petric is well forward. Gough's up there as well. It's Gascoigne who takes it. Comes off Vladayu. This is John Brown. And he's just looking around for some support. He finds Charlie Miller. It's Brown again. This is McLaren. Miller keeps the run going. But Dobosh was always in control of that situation. Anton Dobosh sends the ball higher of play for the throw to Rangers. This is McLaren. Petric. It's away by Bukur. Petric again, but right to Lakatush. Petric has not had a good game tonight. He's given the ball away an awful lot. It's Vladayu breaking forward now. This could be another one. And again, it's Andy Gorham who has to bring off the save from Militaru. Well, how many times can Rangers ask this man to keep them in a game? Great play by Vladayu, stepping away from Brown. Perfect ball right across the face of goal. The first time shot from Militaru. And another marvellous save from Andy Gorham.
Yeah, that was a tremendous save. He had no right to get his hands onto that ball. 10 yards out, the ball driven at him, and he's tipped it over the bar.
But it all began again with slackness. It was Gordon Petric who teed the whole thing up, well upfield, giving the ball away. And it's only thanks to Andy Gorham, who had a couple of marvellous saves in the first half, and again there, that Rangers are still in this match. It's Militaru again, clipping it forward. And again, Rangers breathe a sigh of relief. Daniel Prodan, the man who scored against them in the first game, was close to doing it again. And Walter Smith and Archie Knox, well, they must be wondering what they can do next. They don't have any great options tonight in terms of the substitutions. So again, Rangers are going to have to find some reserves and pick themselves up. So that's an hour gone here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 1. Gascoigne for Rangers, Ilya for Steaua. Slid off by McCall, picked up by Brown. Cross now to Petric. Gascoigne. Petric again. Miller. Again, you can see the Steaua players closing their opponents down very quickly. The offside flag is up. And Charlie Miller played it through, looking for Stuart McCall. better passing, and the call just cut off as the ball was played.
Yeah, there's never any question about Stewart not being offside there, but at least there was a bit of nice play leading up to that. We haven't seen much of David Robertson in the second half as an attacking force, and maybe David and Brian Laudrup are feeling the pace somewhat, particularly after Sunday's game against Celtic.
And, just looking at the options on the bench, Neil Murray, Gary Boland, and Stephen Boyack, a 19-year-old who's been doing well in the reserves, but Rangers really stretched for resources, and there's a few of them suffering out there. There's Laudrup. Just one more piece of magic. Well, he manages to get the corner kick, and he gets himself some applause. Of course, the fans will be expecting the usual performance from him, but there's no doubt Sunday took its toll. But here's Richard Gough now, but the ball drifts just beyond him. Charlie Miller gives chase. McLaren who gets a touch, down by Miller. Now it's Gascoigne. Bucharest snapping away at his heels, breaks away to Gough. This is McCall. Again, Lakatouche is in there. McCall does well. And McCall tumbles to the ground as he plays that one away. And Lakatouche, who's been in trouble several times in this tournament, has shown the yellow card. And that puts him out of the next match. He's already been suspended in this tournament. Another flash of temper from him. Steaua gets things organised. Gascoigne's over the ball. Gough starts a run into the box. Breaks to Laudrup. And behind for the goal kick. David Robertson and Laudrup again pushing through. On that far side, Richard Gough attacked the ball, and then it was Laudrup who sent in the shot. And David Robertson was in close proximity, lining up as well. It's played through by Robertson. Carried away by Dobosh. It's Prodan. The referee steps in towards the free kick to Rangers. They're in a hurry to get on with things, but they're being thwarted by their opponents, and McLaren is not happy. That's John Brown. Robertson. Laudrup. Well, they were so good together in the first half. The combination was there, but both are toiling now, and it's quite obvious. And there's not really enough what Walter Smith can do.
No, really, things are struggling along pretty badly at the moment. Looking for a bit of magic, I suppose, from Gaza, but you can't really see where the opportunity is going to arise from, because we're not keeping possession of the ball. And Steaua look quite comfortable at the back. And I say we need perhaps a mistake or, again, something, as I say, from Gascoigne to lift the game, because we're not going anywhere fast at the moment. And we've got to be careful that Steaua don't actually go up and pinch a goal themselves.
Certainly they've made a fair few chances tonight, and it's only because of the brilliance of Andy Gorham that Rangers are still involved in this match. So that's 65 minutes gone. Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 1. This is Vladoyou. Pervu's making a run on the near side, but it's cut out by McLaren. Laudrup has switched flanks, and he's quickly closed down. And the referee has awarded the free kick against Anton Dobosh. Well, he certainly lasted the pace well, because they were worried about his fitness all of yesterday and today. Dobosh again, sending it clear. And the crowd are getting behind Rangers, trying to lift them. Again, it's Dobosh who clears, and comes Richard Goff. Of course, when Goff moves forward, there's always a danger with the break at the other end. It's Brown who plays it. Robertson through for McCoist. The offside flag is up though. Ally McCoy still chasing that elusive European goal. In fact, it was way back at Elland Road 3 years ago when he scored that marvellous goal that took Rangers beyond Leeds into the Champions League. Well, of course, he had his injury problems after that, the broken leg and other injuries. And he's been waiting a long time. So further bad news, Dortmund have now gone 2 ahead in Turin. So McLaren almost puts Rangers in further trouble, but that would almost spell the end now for Rangers in this championship. Juventus 0, Dortmund 2 in Turin, here at Ibrox Stadium. It's Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 1. And the decision goes against David Robertson. Steaua Bucharest have won the last 3 championships in a row in Romania, and they're well on course for number 4. They've got a healthy lead at the moment. And year by year, they're picking up further experience at this level, and they'll continue to be a force. This is Charlie Miller. This is cut out by Dobosh. By Filipescu, now it's Militaru. Nice turn by him. This is Bukur. Through for Ilya, the goal scorer. Petric goes to meet him. Been drawn way out. Still it's Ilya. This is Bukur. Militaru. Filipescu. Militaru again. It's Lakatush. Flipping it forward, it's away by McLaren, picked up now by Laudrup. McCall's running through the middle in support. Prodan's matching him all the way. He does well though. He's found McCall. He tries to squeeze it through to Ally McCoist. Still it's McCall. Bukur's there, and free kick goes against McCall for a high foot.
It was a great run out of defence there by Brown Laudrup, and great vision as well, under pressure by 2 Steaua defenders, and he managed to pick out Stuart McCall, who couldn't quite get the ball across the goal mouth there to Ally McCoist.
Filipescu plays it through. And Vlado still full of running. Through for Ilya. Petric goes with him. Does enough to get it away to Charlie Miller. Now it's Gascoigne. Goff. Cross out to McLaren. Long one for McCoist, who's onside. He needs support here though. McCall's running into the middle. Laudrup's arriving, but the ball goes behind for the corner kick. And maybe it's just as well if McCoist had managed to get it into the middle. Rangers were struggling to get players forward. So it's Laudrup to take this one. Goff's on the edge of the area. He goes up for it, but it's wide of target.
Richard was a bit annoyed with himself there, because he did actually get a free header on it and couldn't quite find the goalmouth area to head the ball back to. And Charlie Miller and Ally McCoist were sort of loitering with intent there in front of the goalkeeper, and anything towards that area, you know, could have been 2-1.
So Goff's header. It's picked up by Gascoigne. Good vision by him. He had a little look up there before he hit that one. Saw Charlie Miller. Miller cuts away from Prodan. It's completely missed by Goff. This is McCall clipping it through, looking for Laudrup. It's Laudrup against Filipescu. Going for the line, right across the face of goal. And Laudrup is beating the ground on the far side. He gets back to his feet, can't believe it. Lovely piece of skill in a very tight situation.
He did so well there. He turned Filipescu inside out. I thought Filipescu was going to get the ball there, but Brian stuck his toe out and got the ball across the goal mouth. Charlie Miller just a yard too short. He did ever so well here, just getting the toe in, and not anybody there to just to add that finishing touch.
This is McCall to Gascoigne. Good play again by Gascoigne. It's McCall through for Charlie Miller. McCall's in the middle. McCoy's there as well. Still, it's Charlie Miller, and that was a great block by Anton Dobosh. But that gets the crowd lifted again.
Charlie Miller's causing one or two problems there, and he almost created an opportunity to get a left foot shot in. So things are looking a little bit optimistic now.
And it's Gascoigne who's becoming more involved again. Still, it's Gascoigne, but he's trying one too many there. Gets away to Laudrup. And the referee steps in towards a free kick to Rangers. Apologies from Lakatush. Rangers are in a hurry to get on with things. This is McLaren. Trying to find Charlie Miller. And the break's on again here now. Vladayu's through the middle. Robertson does just enough. This is Petric. It's a trip by Miller. Curvu in the end of that one. And it's a free kick to Steaua Bucharest. Just inside the Rangers half. He's done well, Charlie Miller, since coming on, but just shot as Laudrup sent the ball across goal. But a few signs that Paul Gascoigne was coming back into things in the last few minutes, but Goff responds there as Militaro tried to get through. This is Laudrup. Gascoigne's away on the outside, down the left-hand side. Laudrup tries to send that ball in his direction, but he never had much chance of collecting that one.
I think Brian Laudrup obviously thought that was David Robertson steaming down on the left back position there. There's never any chance that Paul Gascoigne was going to get after that one.
That's what you call mistaken identity. So this is Goff climbing. So breaks away to Filipescu. Vladayu again makes himself available. Lakatush is hovering in the middle. So Bukur again, holding off the challenges. There's Lakatush now, it's Vladayu, and again it's got him. Well, Lakatush had been hovering in there, and he eventually sent that delightful little ball to Vladayu. Lovely touch by Lakatush, a wicked shot going in, and again Andy got him. Keeps Rangers in the match. So Bukur, the number 5, moves forward. And just scramble it clear though. Militaro sends it through to Curvu. It's closed down by Ali McCoist of all people. It's McCall trying to break through, but again, they're so quick at getting back. They can push players forward for attacks, and they almost seem to manage to get them back. And this play goes on. Curvu is lying just on the edge of the Rangers area. Hasn't been spotted by the referee. Still play goes on. This is through now for McLaren. Laudrup. Miller's running ahead of him. Charlie Miller topples inside the box. The referee doesn't want to know though. He awards the goal kick. Referee immediately indicated the goal kick. You can see Miller starting his run, trying to get in behind the defender.
Certainly seemed to be some sort of contact there, but whether Charlie made a meal of it or not, maybe made too much of that. But it was a good run and a nice ball in from Brian Laudrup.
So changes being made now. John Brown is leaving the field, and Gary Boland is about to come on. So Boland takes the field, and Steaua are waiting to make a change as well. There's a bit of debate going on just below us. So they're now holding up number 10. So Ilie, the goal scorer, is leaving the field and being replaced by Roland Naga. So as the substitutions take place here from Turin, it's still Juventus 0, Dortmund 2. So things not looking at all good for Rangers, who are drawing 1-1 here with Steaua Bucharest. So Filipescu who sends that one through, but the offside flag has gone up on the far side. Vladoiu going into an offside position.
I think Walter Smith changed the formation ever so slightly, gone back to a back four, and it's gone to a 4-3-3 formation with Gary Bolin now playing on the left of midfield.
Let's not forget there's a lot of money at stake as well. I'm sure that's the last thing in the players' mind, but something the club can be doing with to invest in fresh talent. There's over £500,000 up for grabs for each win in the Champions League. This is Vladoiu sending it in. It's headed away by McLaren. Picked up by Booker. It's challenged by McCall. Retains possession well though. Here's the substitute. Nega. And right away he wins a corner kick. Conceded by Charlie Miller. So they'll take their time about this. So they're pushing players forward now. Booker's there and Daniel Prodan is well forward as Lakatouche delivers the ball. It's cleared eventually. And Stuart McCall has taken a sore one, getting that away from just outside his own penalty area. Now it's Gascoigne, challenged all the way by Lakatouche. And Gascoigne complains towards the referee. This is Charlie Miller. McLaren to Petric. McCall. Now it's Goff. Bots it away down the left-hand side. First touch by him to Gary Bolin. Bolin's closed down though by Booker. Still it's Bolin trying to find the opening, get in the cross. He does well there. Breaks away now to Laudrup. McLaren's running in support. And McLaren lets the ball run out for the throw-in. Again, the crowd try to lift Rangers. This is Laudrup. And it's a free kick against Pierrevaux. Laudrup swings it in. Goff tries to challenge for it, but once again Steaua get it clear, and it's a Dobosh still full of running. Well, Dobosh didn't train last night, and it was said that he would really struggle. Maybe they've been kidding us on. They're always very good at that, the Continentals. There's John Brown you saw looking on there, quite disconsolate. John Brown, having joined the coaching staff, he'll be thinking to himself, no doubt, that could have been his last Champions League appearance. So again, a bit of a chance for Rangers. Goff moves forward to the edge of the area. Gascoigne is shaping up to strike this one. The referee wants the defenders to move back just a bit. Gascoigne starts the run, drives it through, and certainly on target. But Steaua never looked in any great danger with 80 minutes gone.
He struck it well enough, but right down the goalkeeper's throat. And sometimes you're just looking for a deflection off a shot like that, just to creep into the corner of the net. But certainly that wasn't going to happen in that instance.
Here's Vladoiu, showing great pace again. Delivering the cross. Lautaro comes in on the far side. It was good play by Vladoiu. Having a couple of little dummies in the way through, showing great pace. This is Bukur. It was Petric who got in a foot. Now it's McCall. Laudrup. Good turn by him. McCall has kept running. You can see Laudrup's problem. Steaua players all around and forcing him into a poorish pass.
Just really ran out of options there. Nobody wanted the ball, not to take the ball from Brian. Stuart McCall made a tremendous run forward, but really was running into 3 or 4 players. There was no space there, so Brian just needed somebody to help him, somebody close to the ball, but it wasn't happening.
Here's Laudrup again, touch to McCall. So Bukur, who emerges with possession. Pierrevaux tried to get that through to Lakatos, but Goff was alert. This is Gascoigne, almost finding Laudrup. This is Bukur. You just get the feeling Steaua looking for this winner now. There's a substitute trying a shot. It was over from Nagger. So time running away from Rangers. But even if they manage to grab themselves a winner, it's not going to matter as things stand in Turin with Juventus trailing by 2-0 and looking set to lose their first game after carrying all before them in this group. So it's Gascoigne through for McCoy. In comes McCall, but, right under that one and high into the stand. Well, he's certainly given plenty of effort tonight, Stuart McCall. You can't fault them for that. But the look in the faces of the fans, I think, tells the story. The dream was over for another year. And it's certainly been a difficult Champions League for them. The Rangers really have found it difficult to get going. Even in the qualifying tie against the Northuses, it was a real struggle. And the one night where they did raise their game, came against Borussia Dortmund, a good fighting performance, but even that couldn't bring a victory. They've just got to keep plugging away in these final minutes, play for their pride. But Steaua have the kind of players that can snatch something. That's Vladoiu, who sends it across to Nagger. That's out of play though, the flag's up on the far side. McLaren sends it through, looking for McCoy. Quickly closed down by Prodan. He's got the free kick though. Taken by Miller to Gascoigne. This is Goff. Robertson starts a run. Laudrup's there as well. Again, it's Laudrup against Filipescu. This time the defender gets a foot in. Breaks away to Nagger. Well, the offside flag has gone off just below us. Laudrup, in fact, was trying to get back onside, but the flag went up. And you can see he's really struggling now. The Danish international player. This is Pierrevaux for Steaua. Nagger. It's cut out by Goff. This is Bolin, almost running into trouble in the shape of Bukur. Bolin does well, the through for Gascoigne. There's a bit of an opening here. It's played to the far side, looking for McCoy. That's Steaua breaking through Filipescu. So just under 5 minutes left here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 1. Awarded and quickly taken by Goff with McCall still on the ground. Good play by Laudrup. Get away from Prodan, providing the cross. Well, McCoy was coming in the far side, but again Steaua stand firm. Lakatush. It's played upfield by Prodan. And Purvu's well forward. Goff had to nip in there. So just under 4 minutes left. And the Rangers are about to make another change. And they're trying to attract the referee's attention. Neil Murray it is, who's waiting to come on. And Stuart McCall, who's really been toiling.
Yeah, Stuart just injured himself in the centre circle about 2 or 3 minutes ago there. And when he went down, I thought that's either a knee or a thigh injury. And Archie Knox and Walter Smith are obviously taking him off, you know, with Saturday's game in mind.
So the final minutes ticking away. And a few fans starting to drift out of the ground. And just below us again, Steaua are planning to make a change. We'll get round to that in a moment or two. As McLaren picks up the play for Rangers. Just under 3 minutes left now. This is Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup. Through for Charlie Miller, who's onside. Rangers have got a few players forward this time. That was a real chance. Gascoigne and Boland went for the same ball. And it went over the top.
Well, that was unfortunate. It pretty well sums up the night, doesn't it? Both players having quite an easy opportunity to score, and in the end both of them getting in each other's way, and the opportunity goes a begging.
So Walter Smith looks on, and the substitution is about to be made. Raducan, a young player who played in the first game, and this is a man he replaced on that occasion, Lakatush. He was suspended for the game in Bucharest. And Raducan did ever so well that night, so he comes on now to pick up the bonus money. And one of the great young talents at the club. So just a couple of minutes left now. If Rangers can win the game, it sends our supporters home with a bit of heart, and put some more money in the coffers. Gascoigne still trying hard. As the substitute, Raducan leading a challenge. So it was all looking so good early on when Gascoigne scored a wonderful goal for Rangers, but then the news started to filter through from Turin that things weren't going Rangers' way in that particular game. And then Steaua fought their way back in the second half. An equaliser from Ilya. Robertson delivers the long throw, Goff climbs for it, but again it's away, and it's that man Dobosh who's been outstanding at the heart of the Steaua defence. It's Filipescu. Inside the final minute, plus any stoppage time. Gary Boland's under pressure. Vladoyu, he's been running from start to finish. He's in there again. But this time the referee awards a free kick against Steaua. I think it's fair to say over the piece that Steaua have done their bit tonight, Trevor, and Andy Gorham has again been outstanding.
Certainly Andy would be the pick of the Rangers team for me. Obviously Paul Gascoigne's goal as well was a highlight of the night. But generally it's not been a great performance, and our passing hasn't been particularly good, and we've not dominated the game for any stretch. I think that's a disappointing thing. We had a good 5 minutes around the goal, and apart from that, I think Steaua have given as good as they've received, and I think possibly a fair result is 1-1.
So again, they're waiting to make a change. Militaro's leaving the field. Well, he certainly had an excellent first half, and he's a player that they'll be hoping very much to hold on to. On comes Roshu, but really just a little bit of time wasting. It doesn't really matter now. So Booker sending that ball through. And it's David Robertson, who had a fine first half. He was full of running, gave Rangers a bit of hope, along with Laudrup, but both of those players as you would expect, have struggled in the second half. Come back just after injury. Here's Boland now. Maybe a chance for Rangers to mount one last attack. We're now into stoppage time. It's laid off by Murray. There's Petric. The ball up the park. It's Golf playing it. Again, you can see Steaua getting just about everyone behind the ball. Lashman coming in looking for McCoy's, but Steaua deals with that one comfortably. And still no Champions League goal for Ali McCoist. Another night of disappointment for him. And you can see the disappointment written in the faces of the Rangers management team. The referee checks his watch. The whistle sounds. Gascoigne gave Rangers hope, but it's all over for Walter Smith and his men. It hasn't been a great championship by them. It's been a disappointing couple of months since the start of the season, but they're still top of the Premier Division. They have to go through it all again. A final thought now from Trevor.
As you say, Jerry, disappointing night. It's the end of the Champions League for Rangers. And, you know, we have to learn from the experience of it. I don't think we've actually played well in any of the games that we've competed in so far. I think we've been more disappointed in ourselves and the way that the games have gone. And we'll have to look back on it, take it in as an experience and do better in the future. It's simple as that.
And there you see the full-time score. Rangers 1, Steaua Bucharest 1.